How's it going, guys? Mike here, and I am just another UK gamer, and what I have for you guys today is a quick and easy to follow guide to the Firework Easter egg guide. Well, not an Easter egg because this year zombies have been split into two modes in one, and one of them is following the instructions on the screen like a sort of campaign mode but solving puzzles and Easter eggs at the same time that finish with a boss fight. And then there's the main Easter egg, which is saving claws, but today I'll be making the Fireworks Easter egg a lot easier for you, and all I ask in return is just leave a like on the video if you do enjoy my content. Then please do subscribe if you are new around here, and without further ado, let's jump into the guide. So the first step is to turn the power on, which in this map takes quite some time, and there's a video on my channel for that, so just make sure to check that out first so you are up to exactly where we are right here. So by the time you've watched that video, you'll actually be at this point of which we are right now, and what you have to do is activate the middle podium and then wait for the circle to appear on the floor and just kill some zombies inside it. You'll see loads of smoke and red flashing lights, and then that's when you know it's done. You then return upstairs and you'll notice all the power is off, which is normal, don't worry, and all you have to do is run to the top and turn the console, which will then activate a little device in the middle of the room, and then it'll start a mission of guiding it. And what you basically do here is make sure to get kills inside that red circle to keep the device moving, and when it gets to the end of where it's meant to be going, wait for it to extract a Tesla piece, and then the machine will return to the middle room again after about a minute. You then do the same thing on the other side, follow it, and kill zombies inside it to keep it powered, and then collect this second Tesla piece. After you have both parts, you come back into the middle power room, and then there's a pyro zombie will appear, and he's exactly like a panzer and very strong, so take your time in killing him, but make sure to kill him in this middle room because he drops his head, and you will need this a little later on in the Easter egg, so it's best to keep it in a place that you'll actually remember where you left it. So after you kill him, you insert the Tesla parts into the console at the top, and then you'll actually have the Tesla gun, which by the way is a pretty good wonder weapon in my opinion. You then go back into the main control room, and this console at the back can now be activated, and once you do, there'll be a pattern on the machine from top to bottom. It's 1 to 3, don't remember the color, just remember 1 to 3, and remember that order from left to right because you'll be running into 4 machines in that order and switching them on from left to right. So on my game here, I had 2, 1, 3 and 3. So this machine to my right, I put in the second switch out the 3, and then just follow this path that I take. It's a fairly straight line to follow. You basically turn around and you go into the left room and follow it through the sewers until you get outside. But what I'll do is I'll be quiet a little bit and just speed this video up for you right now, and you'll see me change the machines to the same numbers that correspond with the 4 I got first. So when all of them are changed, you head over to the bridge, and then you have to do some defensive work, just a little like the SETICOM from Infinite Warfare. So I recommend the Jack-in-the-Boxes, which are just basically the monkey bombs, and the starting pistols, Pack-a-Punch, which they call bacon and eggs. They're just exactly like the Mustang, sadly they explode, but you actually don't take any explosive damage from them, which is a freaking godsend. So when you're actually set to activate the middle lever, it'll have to defend it for around 60 seconds, and when it's done, you'll be then prompted to activate the 2 switches at the side, and then you have to run between the 2 of them and defend both of them for 60 seconds. And I know it sounds hard, but just have the Jack-in-the-Boxes, and also put the medic class on so you have the camouflage ability. It actually helps a hell of a lot. So once these are done, you'll be prompted to again go to the main control room and activate that same device, and this time it'll actually turn on and then tell you to head back outside to explore what's actually going on. Once you go back outside, there'll be a ship floating above the sky, and what you have to do here is wait for the 4 doors to open and shoot one of the lights until it releases a device into the ground. It'll go from orange to red and then actually release the device. And again, I really do recommend camouflage for this mission. Once you see it fall down, you have to find out where exactly it fell, and you'll see a massive red circle. It's not really hard to miss. You'll see it straight away, and just like before, you kill inside the circle until the machine pops out a battery. You then have to carry this battery back down to that main device room and insert it to the right device this time. But there is one catch. As soon as you pick this battery up, you run as if you really need the toilet, but you can't bear the pain, so you kind of just hopping along very, very slowly. But basically, you are extremely slow right now. So again, use camouflage. It's a great class ability. Trust me on this one. And then after you put the device into it, you have to do the same thing again 2 more times, but can only be done once per round. So you have to end this round, shoot the device out the ship, get the battery, and then insert it into the same machine, end the round, and then after that you do it once more, and when all three are inserted, you'll be told to find the right god notes. And remember that pyro you killed before, and I said to do upstairs in the control room and keep it safe? Well, I hope you did, because right now is exactly when you're going to need it. The idea here is you have to press L2 to scan things just like the skull of Nansape in the Black Ops 3, but you're actually finding 4 paintings which when scanned will reveal a different type of eagle and a Roman numeral next to it. The way I do this is if you go to the courtyard, which is very easy to spot when you're outside, and scan that painting, you'll see an eagle and a number, and then press the trackpad button and you'll actually see old paintings lit up through the walls. So it's literally telling you where to go, and all you have to do then is note down the 4 eagles and what number is next to them in a Roman numeral. And to help you out, here's the names and the pictures of what the eagles are. So once you have the numbers written down, you go back into the main center room, and in this middle console you'll see a little medallions, or 4 little medallions, and with them they all have eagle pictures on it. So you have to keep pressing square until the number you've written down shows on the machine underneath that picture eagle. I know that sounds really weird how I'm explaining it, but you can see on screen what's happening right now. I'm basically just looking at the eagle I've got, matching the number to the picture eagle that I've got, and then that is really it. Once all 4 are done, you hit the button behind it and it will activate the final boss fight. But don't worry, you get an opportunity right now to set up, so I advise you to get a packable weapon. And again, I won't go through it in this video, but I do have a guide on my channel for you to check. I'll leave my power and my pap guide in the description. So perk up, weapon up, and buy some Guy Shield, which is basically the jug of this game, which again I made a little video explaining how Guy Shield works, so again the link for that is below if you want to watch that. As soon as you're ready, shoot the middle bubble with the Tesla and then go and collect the sword piece. This will activate a cutscene, which I'm going to skip the cutscene so it doesn't spoil anything for you, and then you're in the boss fight. The way you do this boss fight is the exact same as the step you did earlier with the ship, except this time you have a 50-foot tall ugly cunt chasing you. You basically shoot the ship so it drops a device and then charge it up with the zombies to get a battery or a bomb again. And then you have to stun the big monster by shooting him until it says on screen that he's stunned. You then pick up the bomb and shove it inside his stomach, and then he blows up. A couple of repeats of this and you've just completed the Fireworks Easter egg. And that will wrap up this video, guys. If this guide has helped you out in any way whatsoever, then a like would be very appreciated. And if you do enjoy my content or just want to show some support, then do subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.